Today we're going to be working on analyzing graphs. Whoever it was that decided to plan and talk about graphing decided that almost every word that you need to know starts with an M. So we're going to spend just a little bit of time learning about what these words mean. One thing you may have to do is to find the mean of a graph. Now when I think of the mean, I think about being mean and breaking up the bar graph. And the way I picture this is I imagine that I have a stick in my hand and I break that stick. Go ahead and put that imaginary stick in your hand and imagining being mean and breaking that stick. When we find the mean, we're going to actually break up the bars in a bar graph and try to sort out the pieces to try to make them about the same length. It finds an approximate answer that fits most of the data. Another M word that you might hear is median. When I hear median, it sounds like medium, which is in the middle. So when I'm trying to find the median of a set of information, I'm looking for the medium or the middle number. Here I have some numbers, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 9. And the median, the middle number is 5, because you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. They're equal on each side. 5 is in the middle, so it's in the median spot. Another word that you might hear is the minimum. When I see minimum, I see M-I-N-I, which is mini. I see mini in miniature or minuscule, and those are the ones that are really teeny tiny. The one that's the least on the bar graph would be your minimum. The opposite of that is the maximum. And when I see maximum, I see M-A-X, and I'm thinking to the max. It's extreme, it's the most. And so the maximum is going to be the tallest bar graph. The last thing that you might think of is the mode. I want you to say that word with me and stretch out that O. The mode. When I think of the mode, I think of the answer that is the most common. So not the tallest answer, but the one that happens the most common. So you see in this bar graph, this right here is the maximum, it's the tallest. And this is the minimum, it's the shortest. These two are the mode because they are the same size. This answer happened more than once, so this would be the mode. Let's go ahead and analyze a graph together. Here I can see I have a graph about basketball points per game. And on this side I can see the number of points. And here I can see some players and how many points they got. I can also see there's another chart here to help me analyze this data. The first thing it wants me to find is the maximum. I remember in the word maximum, there's the word max, and that means tallest. Right here is the tallest bar graph. So the maximum number of points that they got was 7. When I think of minimum, I see that word M-I-N-I, which is mini or small. And this is the smallest one, and I can see that it's right on the 1. So the minimum number of points that they got was 1. Now, the mode, we said, was the one that happened the most often. Not the tallest, not the shortest necessarily, but the answer that happens more often. I can see I have a 5, a 3, a 4, a 7, a 4, a 1, a 4. Did you hear a number that I said more than one? This number 4 happened 3 times. That's the most common answer, so it would be the mode. The mean is when I am being mean and breaking up the bar graphs. Remember, you have that imaginary stick in your hand and you break it because you're mean. We're going to be mean to our bar graph, and we're going to break up these bars and try to sort out the pieces to make it fair for all the other bars to make them about equal. So here I'm going to take this highest one I have and cross it off. And I'm going to fill it in down here. So I'm breaking up the pieces. Now I look for the next highest one I have. Here I have another high one, so I'm going to cross it off. And I'm going to move that piece down to a low spot. Here I have another high one, so I'm going to break it off. And I'm going to put it in a low spot. And I have another high one, I'm going to break it off and put it in a low spot. Looking across now, every single one of my bars goes to the same height, and they're all exactly 4 tall. So the mean, the average score, is that they're all about 4 points per person. So remember, the maximum is the most, the minimum is the smallest one, the mode is the one that happens most often, and when we are being mean to the bar graph and breaking it up, moving those high pieces down to the low pieces. to try to figure out what is about